So today I'm going to share with you my entire Kurt Geiger collection. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, proud to have you here. For those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you're enjoying my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, some slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself and celebrating others. I think it's the most important thing. So, what are we going to talk about today? I'm going to share with you my entire Kurt Geiger collection. I obviously spoke recently about the unicorn bags of Kurt Geiger, of which there are many, and they are stunning. If you're interested in a Kurt Geiger bag, go and check that out. We talk about everything from micros to macros to double XL flaps to medium shoulder bags to, you know, crossbody bags. Oh, there was so much eye candy. So do go and check that out. And also, I remembered that, you know, one of my first videos on YouTube was my Kurt Geiger shoe collection. And actually, I thought I would just talk to you about it as a whole, because I know I speak a lot about Kurt Geiger, and I've shown you a couple of my bags, but actually I was asked a little while ago whether I am interested in any of the products except for their bags, and that made me realise that I hadn't obviously demonstrated everything that I had from them, because actually when we talk about bags, I am most loyal to the Champ of Longchamp, you know, a couple of pieces. So that's my most loyal bag brand. But actually, in terms of the overall piece, I am most loyal to Kurt Geiger in terms of all of their products and buying across an entire range. That's who I would say I am most loyal to. Coming up to Karl Lagerfeld, actually, that's creeping behind because of coats and ready-to-wear and all of that stuff. But yeah, I would say overarching, and definitely it's my most loyal shoe brand. The brand that I've definitely been most loyal to over the years. So, let's quickly do bag of the day. Today, my outfit hasn't been the most inspiring. I have been using this fantastic Longchamp 40 centimetre bag. I absolutely love this geometric. I think it's fantastic. This is such an easy to use, versatile bag, fits a full size 16-inch laptop, has a shoulder strap if you want to use it. The black leather makes it really just super carefree. It's fantastic. I love it. And I've not used it properly for 6 months, maybe. So I thought it was about time that I bucked up my ideas and tried carrying it. But I thought it worked quite well with what I was wearing today, which is not the most inspiring thing in the world. But it's a Wednesday. Who cares? Who cares? Right, let's pop that there. Okay, I have everything behind me. There is a lot of stuff there. And we also have a little unboxing that I will do at the end. So that's something cute and exciting to look forward to. So stick around for that little reveal. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's kick things off with the Kurt Geiger Donny. I love this shoe. This is fantastic. I have mine in this beautiful baby pink. This was my second or third pair of Donnies, and I bought these from Selfridges. And what I love about this is, firstly, the colour, secondly, the leather, and then the mixture with the suede there. These took a minute to break in. I needed to drop a size in order to make sure that they hugged the foot and therefore didn't ruin the backs of my ankles. But once I downsized, I wore these in, managed to get on really well with them. As you can see, they've been used extensively. Absolutely love them. And here we have another pair of Donnies. This time these are in a white leather with a black patent tongue with black laces and a leopard print heel. I think these are absolutely fantastic. Love them, beautiful. They have little studs on them as well. The attention to detail on these is really, really good. Mine are a little bit mucky because I've worn them a lot. I would highly recommend. They don't do the Donny anymore, but I think it's called the Lane, or they might have replaced even that. But whatever the newest version of this is, I cannot recommend enough. The only thing I would say is go down half a size or a size versus what you would normally wear, because it just makes them a little bit more comfortable in the long run. Makes them tight to begin with, but the closer they stay to the foot, the less likely they are to rub. But these are fantastic, like them very much. My most worn pair of Donnies, they are missing their laces. I stole them for another shoe, but you can see how much these have been worn. These have a rainbow on the side, they're super comfortable. And what's great about these opposed to these is that this is a bit of a microfiber. This is leather, so this is a bit more firm and therefore a little bit less comfortable, whereas this is a bit more supple. Again, these killed me to start with, but after a couple of wears, I managed to get both the blood out of the back of them and I managed to get them to be comfortable. But these are great. Another pair of Donnies. Let's break things up with one of my most uncomfortable pair of shoes, and it's not a heel. It is these glittery high tops in the silver. They are really, really pretty. I love the glitter. I think it's fantastic. I love this kind of gunmetal-y brushed look that you've got here as well. The reason these are so uncomfortable is that they have a ridge that sits there that digs into the back of your ankle, and it is absolute torture. They are horrible to wear. And I was such a fool because these are a duplicate of another pair of shoes that I've got, which are also horrible. But for whatever reason, I bought the second pair prior to trying the first pair. Let's get into that. Oh, so here we are. Here's the first pair, and you can see by the amount of dust how little these have been worn. I actually need to like vacuum these or something, but it's terrible. Look at the soles. Again, worn once. But these were a gift from a couple of friends, and they know me really well because, you know, the glitter, look at the dust on that side versus no dust on that side. They know me well because of the glitter, because it's from Kurt Geiger. They know how much I love the brand, so I'm super duper grateful for the gift. But these are torture, and I got gifted these, and then I saw the silver pair about 6 weeks later. Hadn't worn these yet, but I thought, oh, quick, I'll grab them whilst they're there. Bought them, left them on my shelf for about 3 months, it must have been. And then I finally said, right, I'm going to wear them. I'm going to use them. Put them on. Terrible. You know I make the odd bad decision. That was definitely one of them. Make sure before you go buy multiple pairs of the same shoe, the same, you know, before you buy multiple of the same anything, check the first one works for you, then make a decision. Ugh, lesson learned. Silly Nick. C'est la vie. We live and learn. These are funny. So these are some of my first pairs of Kurt Geigers. I can't believe I still have the box. My first ever pair that I bought from the Ashford Outlet Centre. I mean, look, the sole is green, they've scuffed, but I just keep them for nostalgia because actually they're not in too terrible shape. And I have worn these to work a couple of times years ago. But they're, you know, they've seen some days. They were my first pair. I felt so fancy buying these from the outlet. And I remember they were about £39 and I felt like I was spending a fortune on shoes. But these are just super simple, low rise Chelsea boots, really comfortable, really easy, nothing offensive about them. This makes it really easy to pull them on and off. Big fan, wore them a lot. These made it through many, many work shifts and all of that kind of stuff when I was working in retail. Helped me stay on my feet, no complaints. Then we have these. And these have been through it. These need to go in the bin. I loved these DAPs, and I do have a blue pair and a white pair, but I won't show you the duplicates of these because there's nothing all that interesting. I mean, look how much they've been worn. I actually got this massive stain by standing in a puddle the first time I wore them, and then I've just continued to wear them. You can see the soles are properly done in. I wore the white pair of these climbing Penny Fan Mountain in Wales. They were the only shoes I brought that could even remotely do the job, and my dad was so angry at me when he saw that I'd done that. And of course I was back and well at that point, but he was so angry. He's very into kind of mountaineering and like running over Penny Fan, etc. So yeah, he was mad. Understandably so, it was foolish, but they did the job. I did really well. Kurt Geiger, made in Spain, had these in multiple colours. At my heyday of these, at uni, I had 8 pairs of these across 5 colours. Probably still wear these if I'm honest. Just for like running errands and stuff. They're super easy. You forget they're wearing them. It's kind of like a slipper. Love those. Here you go, here's an example of the blue one, just so that you can kind of see it. Okay, let's break things up with a bag. We've done a fair amount of shoes, let's break things up with a bag. Let's talk about my newest acquisition from the brand, from a bag perspective, and this is my Kurt Geiger medium flat bag. This is absolutely beautiful, gunmetal hardware, multicoloured, embellished sequins and beading, really stunning. It's the medium size, like I said. It has a centre compartment where the chains run through. This isn't as restrictive as people think. It is a little bit, but it's not as bad as I think people think it will be. You can wear it crossbody, long shoulder, you know, double up, stick the handles in, make it a clutch. It's got beautiful detailing, the beautiful clasp with the crystals on the front of it. This is a stunning bag. I love it very, very much. And I'm very, very happy with it. This was a win. I bought that from the Kurt Geiger store. Pretty much everything I've shown you so far, other than the shoes that were from Selfridges and the ones that were a gift, were purchased from the Kurt Geiger store itself. Yeah. Okay, let's do another bag. And I bought this bag pre-loved, and I got a great deal on it. It's very lovely, and I got a SLG with it as well, which is fantastic. So I am talking about my Kensington medium flap in the navy blue tweed with the champagne gold hardware and the antique gold emblem, and it is, like I said, in the medium size. This again has a centre compartment that the chains run through. This is a little bit smushier, a little bit less structured than my other tweed bag. There is a simplicity to this one that this one does not have when you get up close. Mediums now come with these shoulder strap elements here, whereas the older bags, a lot of them don't. Some still don't come with these, some still just have the hardware like so, but my recommendation would be, if you can get one that has this element to it, do try, because it means it slips off your shoulder less, plus it takes away some of the pressure on your shoulder if the bag is heavy. Not so important with a bag like this, because this is light and you can't fit too much in it, so it can't get all that heavy, but for one of my other bags, that's a really important factor. So there we go. And then the SLG that came with it was the matching long wallet, which I absolutely love. Very, very simple. It's the navy blue tweed with the glittery check running through it. Again, it's got a gold hardware and the gold stamping there, and these are a set. Okay, let's rattle through another couple of shoes. I'll do these ones together because they're essentially the same thing, two different styles. Where would we be without our flip-flops? And I personally find Kurt Geiger flip-flops to be the most comfortable. So I have these ones here in this kind of camo print, and then I have this navy blue with the pink palm tree. These are more my style, these are my favourite, but I think these are fantastic. I've worn these less. These are starting to get a bit worn through, but these still have some life in them. Super comfy, never given me a blister, and I walk a lot in flip-flops, so these have done me really well. I'm really happy with them. On the theme of summer shoes, we have these, and these are just really cute floral espadrilles. I like these a lot. The only bugger is they are not the most flexible, so they are absolute hell to get on and off. Really, really difficult. They're really lovely once you've got them on, and they're super duper comfortable, but these I could have done sizing up because there is just no give in that there. I would far sooner just grab this and throw this on, opposed to these. But these are great, they're very summery, they're very fun, very easy. Can't remember how much these were. I bought these from the store as well. I think these were probably about 50 or 60 quid, which is quite a lot, I think, for espadrilles, but I think they're great, so why not? I bought them years ago. So a pair of shoes that aren't really my style, but you know, I bought them thinking they would be comfortable. I think that it's just this particular style isn't massively comfortable from Kurt Geiger, and that is these white high tops. You can tell by how clean they are about how much they've been worn. I thought these were going to be really, really comfortable, and I was that person in the store that was really smug when I put these on and thought, oh, they're so comfortable, what a dream. And then I put them on and they have the exact same problem as the other high tops, where they have this ridge here that just that goes at your heel and your ankle, and it's absolutely horrible to wear. But I do really like them. I think they're lovely as high tops go. But they're not very much my style on the whole. I do like this kind of pebbled leather effect. They have a little Kurt Geiger stamp there. I like this softness that's here, and the way that that's in a grey opposed to making the whole shoe white, and you've got the ridging on the sole. They have some really fantastic details, just not the most comfortable thing in the world. So these didn't work out for me. They haven't been worn very much. If I'm wearing uncomfortable shoes, it's got to be a heel. That's the only thing that I'm prepared to be uncomfortable for. And we all know I love a high heel, so that's the only shoe I'm prepared to be uncomfortable for. Okay, let's go through these boxes here. There's a lot of shoes, isn't there? Another pair of Donnies. These are a really special pair of Donnies. I love these. These are this, like, fur, not fur, obviously, but this kind of hair print, and it's a leopard print, big cat print, and it's this kind of mock hair with the black leather, with the different KG logo on the top there. These are fantastic. They're very different to any of my other Donnies. You know, here we go. And I just think they're so much fun. These are really special. The only thing that you have to be so conscious of, and you can see how little I've worn them, given the fact that I've owned these for about 3 years, is the fact that if it rains, these are done. I have to know that the weather is going to be on my side, otherwise it's over. So I'm not prepared to risk that with these. I love them far too much. They're beautiful. I'm so happy I bought them. Again, I bought these from the store. Looking at this, I've realised I've spent a fair amount of money at Kurt Geiger over the years. I'm definitely a good customer of theirs. Okay, what's in here? Right, these are beautiful. Love these. Fantastic event shoes. I don't always wear high heels to events. I do sometimes wear beautiful loafers, and this is a prime example. Have these been worn? Haha, no they have not. Kurt Geiger, 1963, the conception of the brand. How gorgeous are these velvet studded loafers? Absolutely beautiful. The shimmer on the velvet is gorgeous. The interior with the quilting that you can see there, the chevron in the interior there with the large KG Kurt Geiger. These are beautiful. The attention to detail is fantastic. I just think they are stunning. These would be so beautiful with some fantastic tailoring, with a great suit. I wouldn't ever wear these casually. You'd be doing them such a disservice. They deserve a moment. I'm actually thinking for my brother's wedding, these are going to be the shoes that I'm going to wear. The only challenge that I've got is having not worn them ever, that is like a slip and slide. So I think I might get a sole put on them, not only to preserve the sole here, but to stop myself from slipping and stacking it, because how embarrassing would that be? Oh, I mean, I'd try and style it out, but I couldn't save myself. Let's put it that way. Couldn't save it. Okay, let's do these really quick, because this is a little bit of a boring one. Just plain, you know, work shoes. Haven't worn these. I mean, I don't wear shoes like this to work very often, if I'm honest, anymore. I used to wear suits a lot. I've since moved away from that. You know, that was a very conservative wardrobe that I no longer partake in the same way. But these do have a time and a place. I've not worn them very much, but they have a nice interior. They're comfortable. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just not very me. And, you know, sometimes you just got to give it up. When you know something's not for you, it's just not for you, you know? What do they say? You can't put is it a square peg into a round hole or something like that? That sounds wrong, doesn't it? But I'm sure that's the saying. Is that the saying? It's not a golf reference, is it? Is that like a DIY reference? I mean, if it's a DIY reference, no wonder I don't know it. There is no helping me when it comes to DIY. Oh, I'm rubbish. Another bag, because I've shown you a lot of shoes, and you might be getting bored of shoes. So let's do another bag. Let's mix things up. And this is my Kurt Geiger XXL flap in the grey leather with this humongous encrusted eagle. This is a fantastic item. I highly recommend. I would like another one of these, but I think I will buy it in a really fun, bold print. See my previous Kurt Geiger video, because one has really caught my eye that I'm in love with. And I actually went in today, hence this, to see if they had it, so I could see it, but they didn't. They had some beautiful new stuff, which I will share some photos of, but nothing that was really like captivating my heart. But this is a great item. I've used this as a day bag, an evening bag, a work bag. It's so, so versatile, but this is the one that gets really heavy. So do be conscious that when it's just on your shoulder like so, if you're not wearing something that's padded, this jacket's padded luckily, but if it wasn't, and this was really heavy, this has left bruising on my shoulder before. Worth it because it's fantastic, but I don't recommend going out of your way to give yourself, you know, a bruise. So if you can avoid that, do. But the newer ones have these strap bits on them. So definitely do. I bought this pre-loved and I'm very, very happy with it. Okay, let's quickly do an SLG. This is still available. This is my Kurt Geiger card holder in the rainbow. Like I said, it is still available. Gone up in price since I bought it though. I paid £34 for this, it's now $49. Again, I bought it from the store. I bought this as a little treat for myself for my 24th birthday. Yes, 24th birthday. And it's fantastic, really holding up well. It's, you know, it's scuffed, it's marked, all of that. There's colour transfer. However, would you expect anything different from something that lives in your bag and has lived in my bag for 3 years? No, it's really held up well. I see so many videos of people talking about a card holder from, I don't know, YSL or Gucci or something like that, and they don't seem to hold up as well as these with the same level of usage. This is fantastic, grained leather, beautiful. Speaking of Gucci actually, I whizzed into TK Maxx just on my way through and they had a Gucci bag in there, and I knew that TK Maxx do high-end pieces, but I'd never seen one in my local store, and it was this multicoloured bucket bag for £800. I really loved the multicolour, I didn't love the bag, and I certainly didn't love the £800 price point, especially not from TK Maxx. If I'm spending £800, I want the customer experience, and I'm not getting that from TK Maxx. So, yes, that was interesting to see. Loved the print, like I said, just on the wrong bag, in the wrong store. But was interesting nonetheless. So definitely something to consider if you're looking for something that's maybe an old season that that you might be able to get a good deal on. Anyway, let's keep on going and let's go for another shoe. I think these are brilliant. Again, I bought these from the store. I got a great deal. I think I paid about £59 for these, and they were originally £189 or something like that. These are just beautiful leather Chelsea boots with the beautiful studding and eagle on the back. I love these because these are almost like the mullet of shoes. Business in the front, party in the back. They are more attractive than a mullet though. Please don't ever let mullets make a comeback. Mullets and kitten heels, no. No, no. Although kitten heels do still exist. I wish they didn't. I don't like kitten heels. Yeah. Pair it with this, you know, you've got a double leather Kurt Geiger moment. That would be great. These are fantastic. They do pop up every now and then, and I would definitely pay more for them than I did. I struggle to pay more for things when I've already bought them for less, but I do think these are beautiful, and I think I would probably pay up to $129 would be my cap. I wouldn't pay the $189 or $179, whatever these were, but I would pay up to $129. I think they're worth it. The quality is really good. I think that's worth it. So we're down to the final 4 items, and thank you for sticking with me. We will get to my little reveal in a moment, but let me just quickly rattle through these, and we have the Whitworth. I love this. This peach is beautiful. It's in this microfiber, almost like a suede, in this beautiful peach colour. These are so much more comfortable than the Donnies, and the reason being they are padded in the back. It makes such a difference. If you're going for comfort, I would 100% recommend the Whitworths. I also think the Whitworths are now more my style because they're a bit chunkier than the Donnies. I used to love sleek trainers. I now love chunky trainers a bit more. These are fantastic, absolutely love. And yeah, I think they're beautiful. Just quickly as well, somewhere that if you are looking for Kurt Geiger items at reduced prices, go on Shoeaholics. They do have some of the current range, but they do also have quite a lot of reduced price items. It's almost a bit like a Kurt Geiger outlet, so that is definitely a site that you can get some great deals on. I think these were from Shoeaholics, which is why it sprung to mind. Yeah, I think these are my only purchase from Shoeaholics, but these are fantastic. I like them very much, but you can get some really great deals from Shoeaholics opposed to the Kurt Geiger store itself. But as you know, Kurt Geiger do great sales, sometimes 50% off. And at the moment, if you're in the UK, they are doing 20% off if you work for the NHS. And sometimes that goes up to 50%. So definitely keep your eye out and look at when they're doing their special offers, their sales, and their recognition of certain workforces as well. Okay, and let's carry on with that colour theme, and we have these, which are these lovely kind of lattice. Oh, they've got a mark. I've never worn them and they've got a mark. How have they got a mark on them? Oh, never worn. Have had the stickers taken off, but these are this kind of lattice, almost slightly like Bottega Veneta type woven print to them, and they're absolutely beautiful. They smell a bit though. But they're stunning. I love them very, very much. I love the colour. It's very much my sort of shade of pink. I mean, look, even my slippers are that shade of pink. You know, we've got a bit of a theme going here. But they are super duper comfy when I tried them on. The only thing I would say with these is I sized down for them, and I wish I'd gone even further. Because they are woven, there's a lot of give in the fabric, so they stretch quite a lot, which means that they slip quite a lot. But I can't really give you too thorough a thought on them, because other than saying they are very aesthetically pleasing to me, I've never worn them outside for any period of time. How fun are these? And yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. I love this kind of gold glitter. They're super fun. I wore these once to work, and then I wore them once just out and about. Okay, quality. Oh. Okay, quality issue there. We fix that? I don't know. But I do leave them stuffed to keep their shape, because otherwise, as you can see here, they do crease. So just something to consider. That's bummed me out a little bit. The other side's not done it, so it's just that one side. That's bummed me out a bit, but they are absolutely beautiful, and they're actually really comfortable. Like I said, I wore them to work one time. Really good fun. The only thing is, as well, of course, with glitter, it molts. But maybe this would be a fun little combo. You know, a little sequin glitter number. Great. Yeah. They're good. I can't complain. I can't complain. I got a really good deal on those as well. I think those were about £19, something like that. Such a good deal. And actually, for £19, the fact that that insole is slightly peeling, or the kg bit of it is peeling, it's not the end of the world. And our final item, and this was the item that when I first started my channel, I got asked most questions about, and it's the item that a lot of people have tried to track down. And this is my Denim XXL flap. This is fantastic. This is such a practical, beautiful, fun bag. This was my first Kurt Geiger bag. I'm so happy with it. I was dipping my toe in. I bought this one pre-loved. I actually bought these two bags from the same individual, about 3 weeks apart from one another. It's got a base shaper in the bottom. I love the fact that the denim is in 2 different colours. You have this brighter blue here, and then you also have this navy. It's just really, really fun. The gold hardware is not my fave, but I do think it works with the bag as a whole. Super easy to use. Has a slightly different clasp to the other Kurt Geiger bags that I have, and it does have the chains that run through a central divider. I find this one to just be a little bit easier to carry than my leather, because it has these elements here which stop it from slipping. It's just a little bit more comfortable, and I think the denim is just really easy to pair with almost anything. And I've also used this one as a work bag from time to time because it goes really, really nicely with a blue outfit. I've actually worn this with a blue suit. I've worn this with denim. So I think it's a really versatile piece and I'm a really big fan of it. I'm very, very fortunate to have it. And yeah, like I said, it's the one that I get asked the most about. And when I went to Selfridges, kind of May of last year, I took this with me and the sales associate in Selfridges said, "Oh my word, how have you managed to get one of those?" I said, "Oh, I bought it pre-loved." And he said, we were never able to get them. They were so hard to come by. And I remember actually when I was Googling this just to make sure it was authentic and that the style had been a genuine style, I came across it on the Kurt Geiger international site opposed to the UK site. So maybe it was just one that wasn't readily available in the UK, but I really do love it. I cannot recommend the XXL flap enough. I think it's an excellent size. These won't be my last. I think they're wonderful. But next time I need one that's really bright and bold and fun, you know, whether that be the sequin, whether Perstopia actually posted a photo of their pink sequin and it's stunning. Maybe I need one of those, or I need the striped rainbow that's absolutely beautiful. Anyway.
I've got a couple of pairs of shoes, that's awful, isn't it? These beautiful vegan trainers in this blue and pink tie-dye. Didn't think I'd love them at first. They are so comfy. I've been loving them. Then we have this stunning pair of loafers with this tassel in this paisley. Absolutely gorgeous. Here they are with a work outfit. They're actually really comfy as well, or a bit slippy. And finally, a beautiful pair of rainbow donnies. Super uncomfortable, but so gorgeous.
That's the collection. Let's quickly get into this. And thank you so much if you stuck with me. If you have stuck with me this whole time and you've got to this point, please just put a little rainbow down in the comments so that we know that you've stuck with me and that you've seen this collection. But let's get into it. So it comes in this really cute little Kurt Geiger bag. You have the sticker on the front and it says, "Design is what we do, kindness is what we are." And you know how I feel about this brand in the way that it has its amazing CSR, customer service. Oh, fantastic. And I love a good chinwag with the manager of my local store. We have a really good rapport. She's just a lovely, lovely individual. So it comes in the bag like so. She wrapped it really beautifully for me. Again, it has these lovely little stickers and it came in this beautiful silver tissue paper, and she didn't have to, didn't have to make that level of effort for me, but she did. And here we have it. It comes in this lovely little box. She went and got a fresh one for me from the back, which is always nice. And she gave me 10% off, again, which is lovely. She didn't have to do that. I wasn't expecting it. I wouldn't have asked for it. So really lovely that she did that. Comes wrapped. And I love that even their accessories come in boxes, because look how beautiful this little box is. This little black and white box. Anyway, this is the more wrapping. Sorry, I really thought we were gonna see it. Anyway, okay, let's unwrap this quickly. Beautiful. Here we have the Kurt Geiger Be Kind keyring. I mentioned in my in one of my recent Kurt Geiger starter pack videos that I was looking at the keyring, but I was looking at the rainbow. And when I was looking at the two, I did love the rainbow one, but I'm so obsessed with this Be Kind motif, with this wording, because I think it is so important. We have to not only remember to be kind to others, but to be kind to ourselves as well. And sometimes I think people could do with being reminded of that it's not, kindness costs nothing. You catch more flies with honey than vinegar, as people say, or as I say. I actually use that phrase twice today. But I think it's really lovely. Yes, it is primarily gold, which we know is not my normal jam, but we're making exceptions because we've got this beautiful writing plus the rainbow. And this is super duper practical because not only do you have the keyring element here, you also have this clasp that you can then maybe clip to a bag, or you could clip to something else. So this will be great. I think I will use this as my car key or something along those lines. Yeah, I think probably my khaki, actually. And on the back here, as you can see, is that embossed, debossed, can't remember. It says, so Kurt Geiger London. The only thing I would say is that they're not very good at getting these things straight. You know, they're always a little bit wonky, but adds to the character. Kindness, noun. The quality of being friendly, generous and considerate. We thanked them for their kindness and support. So that's lovely. In case just being, you know, reminded through this wasn't enough, it's actually got a definition. So, you know, now every time I look at this, if I ever feel like I'm being a little bit testy or a little bit sharp, I can look at this and go, right, Nick, kindness, remind yourself. Lead with kindness, lead with love. I think this is absolutely beautiful. This is really good fun. It'll be so easy to find in a bag as well, in one of these cavernous bags. You could use it as a little, key ring as well, actually. There we go. Could just hang it as a little bag charm if I wanted to. I won't, but I could. It's cute. And I just think it's really fun. And it comes in this beautiful box as well, which is lovely. So, you know, not the most elaborate, not the biggest unboxing in the world, but it was really cute and I thought it was worth sharing with you. And I think the sentiment is something to be admired. Anyway, thank you so much. That is my entire Kurt Geiger collection. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, if you've made it until this point or you made it until the unboxing, please do leave that rainbow down in the comments so that we know that we made it. Thank you so much as always for watching and I look forward to seeing my next video. Take care everyone. Bye now. Mwah.